Greetings, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Real Talk Show. How are you? I am so happy you guys joined me. I'm your host, Dr. India White. I have been waiting for this week to come on live with you guys. So many great things that are taking place. So I first want to say I hope you're sincerely having a fantastic week. I hope you've had a fantastic day. I know where I'm at. The biggest thing for me has been the back and forth with the rain. It looks like it's promising to rain for 3 hours. There's no rain, and then you go to sleep, and in the middle of the night, it's like torrential storm, just rain. So it's just like, go Florida. You gotta love Florida. So other than that, I know many of us are enjoying, school is finishing for our kiddos. I know for my son, he has been promoted to 4th grade. He passed the FSA, and I'll shout that out as well. I'm waiting on my daughter's scores. I'm sure she did great. Both of them have been promoted and doing great. So all you parents out there, we are so happy because we are now about to go into the summer. And so that gives us a little bit of a break. With that said, I know that, we're all anticipating the new things going on with testing and going back to school and things like that. And so we'll talk about that in another show. But I do want to let you guys know that the Real Talk Show is going to continue going forward. So grateful for that. We will be aired on the radio station SoulNet WKDH radio every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Okay. And so visit www.soulnetwkdh.com to tune in. Okay. And now we also have the Real Talk Show. It will also be featured on Swain Girl Media Channel. Okay. Hosted by Precious Swain. So visit Firestick and take a look at that and see the show there as well. If you're wanting to get in contact with myself or you would have, any questions for anyone that's already been on the show, please feel free to follow me on social media and ask me questions. You can also just connect with me. So here's my social media information. There you've got Miss India White for Facebook, LinkedIn, which I think LinkedIn might be my favorite. You've got the India White. I just like LinkedIn. You know why? It's just so professional. Anyway, and then you've got Twitter, which is Indie Speak and Teach. If you're wanting Twitter for math, educational stuff, you can go to iWhiteBIL. There's also Instagram at Indie238. And YouTube is India White 123. So those are my Facebook connections where you guys can connect with me directly. And I also have my email. If you're wanting to be on the show, send me a photo and a bio at india.white.123@gmail.com, okay, so that I can get you guys on the show. Please make sure you're also checking out my amazing website. It has been rehashed. Thank you to the Rockstar team that has done this, www.india-white.com. You'll see all the amazing perks and updates. You can get in touch with me if you're wanting anything as far as like my services of speaking. If you want to check out my books or course, whatever, it's on there. Now, with that said, I just spoke with you guys about how we're surviving. I mean, my son, I've been surviving this ball of energy. He has been just ecstatic. And, he actually was really happy because he survived, the FSA test. He did get a 4 on the FSA, which is really good. I know all of us are still waiting for results. But I want to bring on someone on the show that is also a survivor, but in a different way. We all complain sometimes, right, about surviving things. Like I had to survive the weather, the uncertain rain that has been taking place. People are surviving certain situations. But I have someone on the show that is precious, a jewel. Not only is she a rock star, she's an author, she's an entrepreneur, she's a survivor of a genocide. And it is so humbling and honoring to bring her on this show today to talk to you guys about the reality of what she's been through and about how you can still become great even after overcoming something as tragic as that. So with that said, I'm going to bring on the show today this phenomenal rock star who is an author, speaker, entrepreneur, Mrs. Sara Im. So welcome, Sara, to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me on tonight. I'm so honored to be here.
Oh my gosh, it's an honor to have you. I am so happy that you chose to just collaborate and to share yourself with us. So thank you so much. Welcome tonight. So Sara, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know so many people are excited to hear your story, but tell us about you and where you came from.
Sure. I My name is Sara Im, and I came from Cambodia. Um, I grew up in Cambodia with a beautiful parents, and then I enjoy my childhood very much. And then
Yeah.
when I reached college age, things changed drastically.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, so but that's the story we will talk tonight. But just briefly about myself, yeah, grow up happy and then get hit by a big a big hurricane, right?
Wow.
A hurricane that killed 2 million people.
Oh my word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's my life story. But I'm grateful that my story have a good ending because I'm here. So
Yeah.
so you already
Exactly.
know, yeah, you already know the ending of the story. But
Yeah.
but
So
yeah,
so talk to us about your journey. Maybe before everything that took place, talk to us about your journey and how you were able to become a well-known speaker, author, and to just kind of catapult into the success that you are today.
sure. Yeah, when I was in Cambodia, uh, my life it's beautiful, so I feel so secure and love and peaceful. And then my parents encouraged me to stay in school, so education is very important in our family. So when I got a chance, I attend college, and college was far away from home, like 400 miles away in the
Oh, wow.
big city. So I left home and I attend college.
Okay. Where did you
So
go to school?
the school in Cambodia. It's in the capital city called Phnom Penh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big city compared to my hometown, of course.
And was that college? Was that
It's uh,
um,
it's a
grade school?
university. Yeah, university.
And what was your major in Cambodia?
In high school, I majored in mathematics, and and
Yay!
then graduate from high school. I
Uh-huh.
I have only very few choices. So one of my choice is engineering. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I had to take a test to take the exam before I got into any university. So because I love mathematics and I'm good at it, I passed the test to get into engineering school.
Excellent. Excellent. Congratulations to you. So I like that. We share that kindred spirits there, except for I wasn't as good at engineering. I actually fell out of engineering as a Gator. Go Gators. I was taking I was taking physics with calculus, and I did not have any physics background from high school. So I tanked it. Yeah, that was the one class that I was not doing very well at the University of Florida. So I commend you for being able to succeed in that and to be an engineer. That's fantastic. So tell us then. So I see you're also a graduate of Western Connecticut State University.
Yeah, that's when I came to United States.
Okay, so tell us about that journey, that transition, and how that was, because this is an international show, and I love that. So talk to us about your journey and the transition to the States and what that was like. Were you scared? What were some hiccups you might have had to go through, and then how were you able to still land here and soar?
Yeah, it's a big hiccup for me. Um,
Yeah.
while while I was pursuing my engineering degree, I didn't get to go far because our country fell into communism. The communist Khmer rules took over our country. Um, so
Wow.
yeah, when they came in, they took over the country. They shut down everything. So that means they shut down the school, they shut down the marketplace, they shut down the whole country. That means
Wow.
a complete shutdown.
How
So
old were you?
I was in my 20, early 20.
Wow. And when you first got wind of it, what was it like for you? Do you remember where you were? Do you remember what you were into at that time when you knew I had to get up out of here? What talk to us about that experience?
Yeah, when they took over our country, when everything was shut down,
Yes.
we, we all got evacuated on
Okay.
foot. So we had to walk out of our own place into the unknown. We don't know where to go.
Oh,
So millions of people were piling up on the street. So we were pushed to go out of the city. So for a long time we were sleeping on the street. We were eating just a little food that we carry from
yeah.
home because there is no marketplace. There's no restaurant or anything. So it was miserable. But that journey, I with that journey just lead us into another stage. Um,
Wow.
I end up, finally I end up in the forced labor camp. It's
Okay.
a long journey, but to get into that camp, I was in with 1,000 other people. It's a big camp. It's all single men and women. We were pushed to work extremely hard.
Hmm.
So we work like 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we got very little food to eat and very little
Wow.
time to sleep and no time to rest, 7 days a week in,
Wow.
in the extreme hot sun. So very soon, many of us get sick, and I got very sick and I contracted several diseases.
Wow.
So, so I was exhausted, sick, tired, sleepy, and starving. And eventually, I got too sick to work. When I got too sick to work, they put me in an infirmary. It's pretty much like a death camp. I go there and wait for time to die because
My.
there was there was nothing to help me to recover. So
Wow.
so when I was pushed in that situation, I know that if I don't get out from that place, I will die just like everybody else. So I was praying, asking God to help me because that's the only thing I can do at that time.
Wow. And so what happened?
So when I pray many nights and God answered my prayer and he gave me a little bit of energy to walk out from there. And when I walk out back to the workplace, one kind team leader saw me and she feels sympathy for me and she found me a job working in the kitchen. Can you imagine that? When
Wow.
everybody was starved to death and I got a job in the kitchen. It's just like God answered my prayer right
Wow.
there.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
powerful.
yeah.
So you
And
worked in the kitchen and so then what transpired? What happened?
when I work in the kitchen, I feel better. I get more food. I get a little bit more time to sleep and work less hours. So gradually, I recover. I feel better, when they saw me look better, feel better, they pull me out from the kitchen and throw me right back into the right field again. But at least I get time to recover so that I didn't die.
Yeah.
Now, yeah,
How long did this take place
how
for?
long?
Yes.
4 years. For four,
Oh,
four, four brutal
whoa.
years. 4 brutal
Oh
years.
my word. I'm thinking a couple months. Oh my word. You need to be on everybody's stage. I'm sorry. Wow. 4 years of this.
4 years. And
And so, yeah, speak on, please.
eventually, I realized that I need to escape. I realized that. So God gave me the courage to plan a very dangerous escape. So I gathered three close friends and we make plan. So we made it out. So it's
I love it. Oh my word. See, knowing me, I probably would have just no. I'm no good. I don't know that I would have been able to escape.
well
That's a
well
powerful testimony.
thank you. When it's your turn, you will know what to do because
Mm.
if you are stripped away from everything and you have your love, you have your faith, you have your hope. So that's what I had.
Wow. So you think that's really what got you through? Because I'm thinking, I know you said prayer, but I couldn't imagine no food. My family is somewhere. I mean, how did you keep it together? How did you keep your mindset? To where you didn't lose it. How did you overcome the fear of death? There's so many questions I have for you. If you wouldn't mind speaking to the audience about what your mindset was like when you were surviving, literally surviving life or death situations.
Yes. When we were pushed to work so hard and we were exhausted and starved, all I'm thinking about is that I want to survive the next day. I want to see the next day. I want to see the next day. It's only one day at a time. You cannot think too far. But
Wow.
my heart is filled with love. My love for my family that keep me going.
Wow. So how did your family turn out with all of the genocide and all of that? How were your loved ones and did they make it out or how was that?
Yeah, I had three brothers and my parents. They are all scattered. My brother was pulled to go to work just like me,
Hmm.
and then everybody was pulled into different direction. But thank goodness we all survived.
Oh wow.
But
Beautiful.
yeah, at one point, my whole family almost got wiped out when
Wow.
when the Vietnamese group came in and released us from the Khmer Rouge. My family want to walk away from the Khmer Rouge communists, and they saw them, and they pulled
Mm.
the gun at them, almost pulled the trigger.
Wow.
But my mom was so smart, so fast, and she thought of the accusers, and they put down their gun.
Wow. Oh my word. This story is powerful. So, if you had to look back on the situation and say you had a message to give to someone that's in a tough situation like that or just in general, what do you think your message would be?
My message will be never give up hope
Hmm.
because I was basically in a hopeless situation, but I never give up hope. My mind always think about my family, my love for them, and my faith keep me be positive. So my
Right.
faith helped me to think that the positive thing could happen.
Wow. So, but I know some people would ask, why would you want to live another day if you're going right back into these hard circumstances? I mean, you're like working very hard and not being treated right. So,
Yeah.
how are you able to still persist and desire to wake up the next day? Um, what was it? What did that for you?
Yeah. For some reason, I believe that this group will not last long. I said the way that they treat people like this, they are not going to last long.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's powerful. I like how you see, and I think that's the math brain in you. You evaluated, like, you're like, I'm going to evaluate this situation. I'm going to conclude here that you guys are irrational. There's no solution. You will fade out. That's powerful.
Yeah, you cannot be a victim. Even though I was a victim, but
Right.
your mind can overcome that victim mindset.
And what tools did you use for your mind to overcome the victim mindset? Because you could have ridden on the horse of saying, I'm a victim. I mean, you were a victim of their genocide. So how did you develop a mindset to overcome a mental state of victimization?
Well, first you have to have love in your heart. So my love for my family, that is overwhelming. So if anything, I'll try to fight to survive because my life is is helpful to my family and my family is helpful to me. So we both need each other. We both love each other. So
Right.
love is very important. And also the hope, like I mentioned, hope, and then the determination. I was I was very much determined that I'm going to make it and I'm going
Yeah.
to go find my family.
Wow. So that grit got you through. And oh my word. So talk to me a little bit. Talk to us about what was it like when you were in these hard times? Was there ever laughter? Or was it just straight work? And like, what what was the downtime like? Was there any mercy? What was it like when you were taken over by the communists?
Hmm. Well, there's no time for us to do anything. But at nighttime, I they separate the woman and the man.
Hmm.
So the woman kind of get together, like support each other and like console each other. So
Yeah.
we build like a sisterhood, like a
Yeah.
support system. So
Wow.
we find comfort in building the sisterhood among us.
Hmm. Wow. That's very powerful and beautiful. And it just shows that, that tribe helped get you through as well. And so, and I think it's very important and powerful how you mentioned how in that time it's just don't give up hope, and I think it's a beautiful thing that you ladies were able to pull together and strengthen each other. And so now talk to us about your ending days, when you were ending that chapter and crossing over into the States, and what was that like and what did that feel like?
Yeah, after I escaped from the Khmer Rouge, I finally found my family. And then,
Wow.
yeah, I reunited with my family and I recover my health and everything. But that good time did not last too long because the country was still in the messy situation.
Yeah.
So we are so fearful of our lives still. So my mom encouraged me, convinced me that I need to get out of the country. One of us had to get out, and then eventually, if you make it out, you probably can come back and help the rest of the family. So
Wow.
that's what's the plan.
Woo. Right. So
Yes.
what did that look like? So how did you make it out? Like, how did that become a reality for you?
My mom have another cousin who also make plan to get out. So
Hmm.
she teamed me up with him, and we went together to the border of Thailand and Cambodia. So when we get to the border, um, we we pay somebody who know the road, who know the direction where to
Wow.
go. So we kind of pay them a little bit. So sometimes that person is not trustworthy. Sometimes that person can kill the people.
Yeah.
But
Right.
we were so grateful that they did not hurt us. They brought us to the other side. So when we got to the other side, there was a refugee camp that was established by the United Nations. So that's how we made it there to the refugee camp.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
and and I I searched out my only relative who live in United States.
mhm.
He came a long time ago for study. So I tracked him down, and when he found out, he sponsored us to come to
Oh,
United States.
wow. Wow, it's so powerful. Well, congratulations. And so, when you first came over to the States, what did that feel like for you?
I a lot of struggle because I only speak a few words,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I got some beautiful people that help. Got people from the church. They
Hmm.
they have the program to help the newcomers. So I cannot forget the kindness that they they help us.
Beautiful. Wow. So, how long did it take for you to adjust when you were here over, over here in the States, finally picking up English, finally, picking up the ways of life over here in the States? How long did that process take for you?
Almost 2 years. Um, about 1.5 year, I was able to register for college because my intention is to get
Wow.
education. So
Wow.
I, I learned enough English to pass the GED because I have no paper to prove.
Ah, wow.
So I have to take my GED exam, and then I pass it and then register for college.
Oh my word. I hope people are hearing this. Uh, and I'm sorry, I'm mind blown because for you to go through a genocide and still have grit and determination to come over to the States and say, I know I just went through literally surviving life, but I'm still going to come over here and get a college degree. It's priceless. We've got people, that just don't have that level of determination. And so my hat goes out to you. So question is, when you came over here, you passed the GED, then what was the next step? What did you do then?
Well, I found a job. I found a
Mhm.
good full time job that I can support myself and also can pay for college. So at the beginning, I took one course at a time, right? So
Right.
and then I realized if I continue to do like this, it would take me about 15 years to get my degree.
Yes, it would.
Yes.
Yes, it would.
So I woke up very quickly. I said, "Oh no, I
Might want to take another class or two or three.
yes." So,
It's funny. You'd be like 80 by the time you finish.
So I woke up very quickly. I say
Yeah.
I need to hurry up. So so I eventually took like 3 to 4 class per semester.
Mhm.
Actually become a full time student and
Wow.
work full time at the same time.
Yeah.
I work very hard. Work
And
and
what was your major?
I major in mathematics.
Oh, oh my word. You are so smart. So you're telling me you came over from Cambodia. You were just understanding English just enough. You took a full-time job. You majored in math. I majored in math too. But hey, I was born and raised over here. So I'm thinking of, you had to overcome a language barrier. You had to survive the situation that you came out of, and you still majored in math at a university here in the States. Oh my word. Wow. So I'm sorry. Congratulations. That's all I can say. Hats off. You are officially a phenomenal rock star to me. I just I think every student in the world needs to hear this because you are a stellar example of grit, persistence, optimism, and the fact that you majored in math. And so after you majored in math, then what did you do?
Well, after I graduated from college, I got a good job at the insurance company at the headquarters because I was in Connecticut, and Hartford, Connecticut is the capital city of insurance company.
Okay.
So I dream. I want to become an actuary,
Gotcha. Yeah.
but I did not plan well. I have no guidance. I have nobody tell me what to do.
I
I
know.
should, yeah, I
I
should
know.
have, I should have taken some tests. The actuary have
Statistician, the CPA. Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
series of tests that I should have
Mhm.
taken while I was in school. But
Yeah.
now that after I graduate, everything I forgot. I forgot what I have learned in school, and to
Right.
go back to take exam all over again, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Well, it will be possible, but it will require the serious study all over
Serious.
again. Yeah.
Yes. Definitely those statistics classes at that level. Yeah, I'm right there with you because my personal life, I wanted to be an engineer, but I turned out, doing math, and I thought I wanted to be a statistician or actuary, um, and same thing here. I could have done it, but I would have had to take like another solid statistics course, and then
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 statistics, like certification level tests.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has time for that. So I could not do it. So I totally understand that. So then you went into insurance, and then you just kind of evolved into this dynamic leader. So talk to us about that part of your journey.
Which part?
Just becoming a business owner, author, speaker. So because you went into insurance and then you evolved into who you are today. So how did all that transpire?
Yes, yeah. So I worked for the insurance company for a very short time, and then I got married. So once when once I
That
got
changes everything.
yeah, the marriage changed everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my
Congratulations.
I moved away from Connecticut to go to live with my husband in Texas. So
Okay.
just to get adjust to
Wow.
Texas is another
That's
major
different.
task.
Yes. Connecticut, Texas. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my word. So how did you guys meet? What happened there?
Oh, oh, my cousin introduced me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we was introduced. So after I got married and moved out of Connecticut, and my husband worked in the corporation, and then he got another job in out of state. So I keep moving, following him.
Right.
So now I become a trailing wife. A trailing
Gotta do
wife.
something, right?
Yeah, just follow. So every time he moved, I had to stay behind, selling the house, organizing everything, selling the house, and then follow. And then
Mhm.
so my career, it just go out the drain. There's no career. So no,
Yeah,
so I'm not I'm not blaming anybody, but the situation is going that way. So
right.
that led me to come back on entrepreneurship.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And so what was it like when you first started your business and your book and so talk to all of these people. So I love your story because you have so many different compartments to your story. So, and this is reality for many of us. So,
mhm.
talk to us now about okay, so now you're the trailing wife, and now you're like, okay, I got to get this together. So, you're like, I need to do some type of entrepreneurship. So, when did the ideas come to you? What did that look like? What were your thought processes? How are you able to be successful in that?
Yeah, my very first entrepreneurial endeavor was an independent representative of a company. So I'm pretty much on my own. You know, the more I do, the more I earn, and I'm pretty much independent. So that's idea attract me because now I know I'm going to be moving again. So
Right.
now this concept will help me because if wherever I move to, I can do it again, the
I like
same
that.
thing again. So that's pretty much the idea why I adopted. But later on, I realized that I'm not a salespeople type, so
Hmm.
I'm I would not do well in the sales industry.
Understood.
So
Yeah.
I pretty much back out a little bit from the sales industry.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and then later on, I my mom became old and become failing. So
mhm.
then I become a caregiver.
Gotcha.
Now I give back to my family because my mom is very important. I only
Yeah.
have her for so many times, so many years. So
Mhm.
I dedicate my time to to care for my mom. So
Beautiful.
that time was 13 years.
Wow. So she stayed with you for 13 years and you just watched after her? Wow,
Yeah,
that's very commendable. And you're right. You know, those moms are everything. And when they're gone, you know, you just have that memory in your heart, but you did what was right. So I commend you for that, for all of these different hats you've had to wear through your success. Oh my word. So
yeah.
you're caregiving for your mom, you were an independent contractor, and now what's the next chapter? What happened
But
next?
the next chapter, I um I began my journey in the health and wellness business.
Okay.
My wellness business started because I myself neglect my own health, and then I get into
Mhm.
the situation, and then I found out later that I need to take care of myself. So that journey helped me, give me an idea that other people might be in the same situation. I need to help them.
Wow, that's beautiful. And so you started the health and wellness journey, and I'm sure that has been very successful. And I read up on that. I think that is absolutely fantastic. And then what else? So you're doing the health and wellness, and then I also see that you also have a network that you were able to start as well in the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, yeah. I start a networking group um, with the idea that I want to help other people. you know,
Wow.
build their own business. We support, we collaborate. So collaboration is the big, big thing for me. So.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Wow. And so how did that idea kind of transpire, and what gave you the to go after that and to do that, as far as like opening up the Christian Professionals Network of Tampa Bay?
Well, um, I built another network when I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and
Yay! I love Atlanta.
yeah, I when I was there, I built a very very fast growing network of women, professional
Mhm.
women, and I get excited. So when I come to Florida, while I was still taking care of my mom, I thought to myself, as soon as I can, I will build another network similar to the one in Georgia.
Wow.
And so that's how I started. And
That's
then
fantastic.
and then later on, I have an opportunity to publish my book too.
Congratulations. And so, what led you to becoming an author? Was it someone motivating you? Was it just a thought that came to you? Was it something, a desire you had? Like, what made you know, like, okay, I've got to get the story out?
Yeah, a close friend know me a little bit deeper into my story, and she was inspired, and she want me to share the story with other people. So she asked me
Mhm.
to speak before I know that I'm a speaker, right? So
Right.
I told my story, and everybody got inspired, and everybody encouraged me to write the book.
Beautiful. I'm so happy that you did. And so, what's the name of your book?
It's called How I Survived the Killing Fields.
Wow.
A story of hope, love, and determination.
Right. And so, wow. What do you think are the takeaways people are going to get once they buy your book, once they visit www.saraim.com and /book? What are some of the treats they're going to get out of reading your book?
Well, many of my readers, they told me that I make them feel better. And I just could not imagine how a sad story like mine
Mm,
made them feel better. And how they explained to me is this. After they found out how I'd gone through all this,
yeah.
their problems seem very minimal.
Wow.
So it just gave me um, like a humble feeling that wow. So a lot of people get inspired that they can also overcome anything. They
Yes.
they feel empowered. They feel empowered. They feel confident, and they have a better perspective on life.
Right. This is beautiful. And so you've been able to share this with your network, of course, in Tampa Bay, and now you offer speaking services and things like that. So where can people go to kind of search that out, and tell us about, some of the work that you've done since crossing over as an author and a speaker?
They can go to my website,
Okay. What's the website?
SaraImm.com.
Okay. And
It's
so,
just one, yes, Sara Im, just one M. SARAIM, just one M.
okay, 1M.
Yeah, .com.
Okay. And so tell us about the Christian network in Tampa Bay. I want to hear more about this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Christian Professionals Network is a group of independent business owners, professional, and whoever who are responsible to build their own business. Some
Powerful.
Yeah, some of them work for a company, but they are like responsible for their own production.
Gotcha. So do you guys meet up, or and how many people have been in the business and in the network?
Well, there's like a revolving door. When people start out, they need support. And then when their business grow, they become successful, and then they leave. They don't have time to come to meet anymore. And then the new people come. So there's a like a evolving door. But that's okay because we want them to be successful.
Right. If they're too successful to come, good job, right?
Yeah,
That means it
yes.
works. So that's
Mhm.
fantastic. And so when do they meet, or when do you guys have time to get together, and are there events or different things that you have going on in the network?
Right now, since the pandemic, we only meet online. But we are thinking about, well, we'll probably need to do something in person very soon. But right now, online on Monday from 11:30 to 12:30 every Monday. And then once a month, we meet on Wednesday. But if they go to my website, saraim.com, they will see the schedule.
Okay, great. So they can go to saraim.com, and that's one M, guys. So I'm going to say it for the radio's sake. So www.saraim.com. Again, that's www.sarai as in India, M as in monopoly.com. And so you can go there to check out the network, to check out her book on how I survived the killings of killing fields of Cambodia, a story of hope, love, and determination. And so, so with all of this, I know that you also, you said you're you were a traveling wife, you're an entrepreneur, and so talk to us about the journey of being a wife and motherhood and things like that as well. In the midst of this, and share your success with us.
Well, being a wife, just support my husband. When he was still working, right now he's retired, but when he was still working, um, every time when he need to change the position, he will need to move to another state because he work in a very small focused field.
Right.
So that's why we have been moving quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
the children, I did not raise them from the beginning. They belong to my husband from his late wife,
Okay.
so they are my stepchildren. But
Okay.
they love and accept me just like their own mom. So I love them.
Yes. Beautiful. And so, in all this, I also see, Sarah, that you also are a part of Toastmasters in Tampa Bay. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. So tell us, how did you get on the stage of Toastmasters? I mean, I know you were saying, just so many different, you wear so many different hats, and but this one here was pretty cool to me. It's pretty dynamic. So talk to us about your journey in Toastmasters. Who got you into Toastmasters, and how has that journey been for you?
Well, when I moved to Texas with my husband, newly married, I got a job in a big corporation. That corporation, they build the airplane, the General Dynamics.
Nice.
So I got a job as an engineer, believe
Okay.
it or not.
Wow. Congratulations.
But with that
Fantastic.
job, with that job, I was invited to a Toastmaster. So that's how I was introduced to Toastmaster. That was 32 years ago. But
Oh,
and
wow.
then yeah, and
Wow.
then
Whoa. I know
it
it's changed a lot since.
yeah changed a lot. But since we had to move away from there, I was not participating in any other club for a long time. And finally, when we moved to Florida, when we get settled, my husband retired, so we are not going to move again. So I found this club not too far from our house, and my goal was now to become a speaker like I am today. But my goal was to build my self confidence because remember my journey that
Yeah.
I'm not doing well in the sales position. So
Yeah.
I'm not a salesperson. So because I don't have that much self confidence, so
Yeah.
Toastmaster helped me to build my confidence.
But you have inspiration and you have a story that can position you in a way that even if you don't have sales, success will still work out for you in the long run. So I want to encourage you with that because we do need to hear your story. But I think that you've done pretty fantabulous. I mean, you've got people on your team that are working with you. You built a whole network in Tampa Bay, out of all places, and so that speaks a lot about who you are. I'm so inspired. And I want to be like you when I grow up, so no,
Oh,
I just think this is great. And so for the audience, how can they reach you if they're wanting to maybe email you or whatnot? How can they reach you?
yeah, if they want to email, it's Sarah, just SARA at saraim.com. SARAIM.com.
Gotcha. I'm going to show them that. Okay. So reach Sara Im at saraim.com.
Yeah.
And wow, this is powerful. And so, do you have any, I guess, words of wisdom for those, maybe a woman or a guy in college or whoever that is watching this and they're feeling like they just don't know how to deal with change and they don't know what to do. Maybe they're facing a roadblock of some situation in their life, or they're dealing with a particular hardship and they're just not sure. They don't know how to cross over. What advice or encouragement would you give to them?
Yeah. Dealing with change, it's always happen in our life. That nothing stays still. So
Ah,
if we
wow.
if we expect change in life, we need to we have to just be prepared. Whatever come, we learn to adapt,
Yeah.
and
Yes. Adapt. Hmm.
adapt, and also we have to build confidence. That's why I start attending Toastmaster, because build self confidence is very important.
Hmm.
Also, I learned a new word. It's called resilience.
Yes. 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 Resilience. Love it.
Resilient, yeah, resilient. You can always keep building up. You don't overbuild resilient. Resilient is always have to keep building your resilience, because
Right.
you never know when the hurricane hit you. You never know
Huh.
when the disaster come your way, because when you have resilience, you you don't become a victim.
Yeah.
You overcome that victim mindset.
Wow. Wow. And that's very powerful that you're saying this because, like, we know life comes in cycles, ups and downs. But, like you said, when the hurricane hits, so it's almost like all of us have to experience something, and it's just when it hits, how do you bounce back? How are you resilient? How do you have grit to get through it, that determination? And so, do you have any suggestions as to if you had maybe three things that you could tell them, this is how you overcome and be resilient no matter what? What would you tell your listeners tonight?
First of all, you will have to have faith. Have faith. It's very will help you feel more confident, feel more positive. When you have faith, you turn every negativity into positive. When you have to build your own mindset to be a positive mindset, and how to be positive when you are facing challenges. It's all perspective. You can
Yes.
turn any situation. You can look for gratitude in any situation.
Yes. Yes.
Example, yes, example. When I was in captivity, how could I be grateful? How could I be positive? But I look at this way. At least they didn't beat me up every day.
Wow. Right.
At least I have a loving family to dream about. One of these day I will be with my family. So you can look for any positivity in your life, no matter what situation you are in.
Wow, I love that, and I think we need you to repeat that for our listeners, for those that might really be going through a hard time and battling different things. People are getting different diagnoses. People are dealing with different life struggles, and a lot of changes that are beyond their control. And so, I love your encouragement tonight, because I mean, you see what our nation has gone through with the pandemic, and
Yeah.
and so it's just been tough for all of us, dealing with that. And so to hear you say this has been very warm and warming for all of us. So thank you, including myself. So again, guys, listen. Sara Im, she says how to be resilient, have faith, have a positive mindset, build positivity in your mindset, be grateful. So you're hearing here, no matter what, you can take your situation and turn the lemons into lemonade. It sounds
Mhm.
really good, actually. It has some lemonade. Doesn't that sound good? So, it's just the way of life, We could choose to wallow in the mud, or we can choose to be grateful. And so, Sara, thank you so much. And Daisy says amen. And and so, people are agreeing with you here that yes, the best is always yet to come. And you can always turn your situation around. And so it has been a fantastic show. And so I'm going to now remind you guys to please reach out to Sara, buy her book on how she survived a genocide at www.saraim.com. That's www.sara, that's Sarai, as in India, M as in M&Ms.com. And please contact Sara if you're wanting her to come through and speak for you. Follow her on social media. What is your social media handle, Sara?
LinkedIn, just
Yeah.
Sara Im.
Okay, so her LinkedIn is also Sara Im. Okay, Saraim. Is it all together or two words?
The two word.
Two words. Okay, so you guys definitely have to make sure that you're following Sara. Reach out to her if you need a speaker, if you need some inspiration, if you're wanting to, just have her services at all, whether speaking or Toastmasters involvement, or you want to connect in the Christians professional network of Tampa Bay. Please reach out to her because she is definitely someone that's phenomenal, that is a rock star in her own right, doing some fantastic work. And you want to be linked up with someone like her because she has proven that she is a survivor. She's got grit, determination, and she also gets results. So with that said, guys, it has been a fantastic show. I know we are coming to an end here. Please reach out to Sara again, www.saraim.com. If you're wanting to reach me for to be on the show, please email me at india.white.123@gmail.com. Remember to check out my social media handles as well. Facebook, Miss India White, LinkedIn, The India White. You guys see it right there. So go ahead and follow me there as well. Check out the website, www.india-white.com. And then remember to check out our shows, okay? Because we'll be airing this show and other shows every Monday through Friday on SoulNet WKDH radio station. So go to www.soulnetwkdh.com to tune in. And Sara, thank you so much. And Daisy even said thank you so much as well. Charmaine said hello. So you're getting a lot of love here. Alexander said congrats. So Shine on, Mrs. Sara Im. It has been an honor having you on the show, and I'm looking forward to continuing to remain connected with you as you continue to encourage and inspire and soar on. So with that said, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to the Real Talk Show with Dr. India White. This was a phenomenal interview. Again, thank you so much, Sara. And you have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Take care.